Welcome back to another episode of FearPix Friday. This is a collaboration between the reviewing group Cinema Society Saturday and the streaming service FearPix. And I'm Gus from Askewed Reviews. I'm one of the members of Cinema Society Saturday, and each Friday we are reviewing as many as we can movies that you can find on the FearPix streaming service. And these are independent horror, thriller, and true crime that can be found in feature films or short films as well. Now, before I get into the actual film that I reviewed for today, let me tell you just a little bit more about this partnership. So, FearPix is technically a free streaming service, but you have an ability to get one of their subscription services with a lot more features and being able to join their online community. So, for either $2.99 a month or $19.99 for a year, you can join in on all of these exclusives, including the ability of having ad-free service and joining in on the online community where you can chat with all of us from Cinema Society Saturday and just other people who absolutely love horror. Now, something you can do to really show that this collaboration is helping and working is by using my promo code when you sign up, which is ASKWD. There are not any additional benefits to using the code, but it will really help out FearPix see how this relationship between us is working out. All right, but enough about that. Let's get back to the movie that I reviewed for today. So I chose the 2016 film Uncaged, directed and written by Dick Moss. Now, if you're trying to find this film anywhere else besides on FearPix, there's also a high possibility you're not going to find it underneath that name. Whether it's in English or its original language, it probably will show up as Prey. And speaking of languages, that's the first thing I'll mention when it comes to this film. There's only a very small amount of this that's in English. The rest of it is in English subtitles and using the original language, which I believe is Dutch. So for those of you that do not like subtitles, you may have a little bit of an issue with this film, but trust me, really give it some time and the movie becomes very interesting, enough so that you kind of forget about the subtitles. Something else that I found really funny when it came to that is there is a section when a new character is introduced that's British that he actually just starts talking in English, and then other people who speak English are speaking in it as well. That, for a brief moment, I'll be honest, really threw me off. I had this weird moment where I was like, oh my God, did I just all of a sudden understand Dutch? So let me tell you more about the concept for this film to see if this is something that you'd like to check out. So, in Uncaged, the movie takes place in Amsterdam. Now, unfortunately for the civilians there seems to be a man eating lion on the loose. At first, the police are just very confused as to what could be causing these attacks. So they reach out to a local veterinarian from the zoo to be their expert. She is able to discover that it is a lion. But the problem here is just like the movie Jaws, a lot of people aren't willing to believe that there's an actual lion on the loose in Amsterdam. Now, of course, as more and more people get attacked by it, they are starting to believe. So the police and this zoologist then reach out to a few different hunters to see if they can potentially track and then take out this creature before it can get anybody else. So I love animal attack horror movies, and this one honestly was a lot of fun to watch. Now, mind you, I had seen a few random clips online of this film before, so I was so excited to see that this was actually on FearPix and I could finally watch it. I did really end up enjoying the story, and although a lot of the lion is done as CGI, it really didn't look terrible. So this was one that I absolutely recommend checking out. So for me on my scale, I'm going to give Uncaged a 3 out of 5. Now, if you do want to check this one out for yourselves, you might be able to find it on other streaming services, but go start your FearPix account so you can watch all these amazing independent horror films, and of course, use my promo code ASKWD. I hope you enjoyed this episode of FearPix Friday, and if you'd like to see what other members of Cinema Society Saturday have done for their reviews, just look up the hashtag FearPixFriday or even hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.